All right, so the next player we're going to talk about in this UDFA series, as we are covering undrafted free agents from around the league, is going to be none other than South Carolina State's very own ZaQuandre White. Now, I'm going to post some stats on the screen, and so I don't get demonetized down below, I will have a link to his highlights. Worth the check out. But before you click on those highlights, let's talk about a couple facts, and then let's also talk about the big elephant in the room. We have 9 running backs. Where does he fit in, and why am I making a video right now that's even – am I just wasting my time? This guy's probably not going to make the team. Hear me out and hear my argument for why I believe ZaQuandre White is a better version of Myles Gaskin. While playing for the South Carolina Gamecocks, he started off as a linebacker. Wait, Doug, I thought you were talking about running backs. Not just yet. He was a linebacker first. He came in there, had some pretty good games as a freshman. This is back in 2018. 2019, I don't show any recorded stats. Maybe he was away for the game for whatever reason. In 2020, he had terrible stats. But by this time, 2020, something happened in between there where he ended up becoming a running back. Not a whole lot. He had like 16 attempts for 59 yards. I take it he probably only played a game or two kind of thing. But then 2021, he lit the world on fire. He had very good stats and didn't even start every game. He had 88 attempts for 583 yards. I'm not too crazy about that. But what I am crazy about is that, man, he's someone who could catch. On the link down below, you're going to take and love what you see. Now, for receiving, he had 19 receptions for 202 yards. That's pretty good. That's 10.6 yards per average, and he had 3 touchdowns and then another 2 touchdowns on the ground. So overall, 785 all-purpose yards. Nothing too crazy, and let's be real. If he went to like a 1AA school, he may not even be a UDFA. It's kind of only because he played for the Gamecocks. Now, I will say, watch the tape. And the stats don't tell the full story, just like the tape doesn't always tell the full story. I'm sure many of you agree. We've seen players that look fantastic on tape, and they kind of stink when they get to the NFL. And some people have great stats like Myles Gaskin, who, each year that he was over at Washington had 1,000 yards per season, right? He was proven. Then he gets to NFL, and not a bad player. I still actually wouldn't mind him on our team, but I feel like this guy's going to be better. Now, if you watch the link down below in the description, what you're going to take and see is somebody who is shifty, somebody who is yards after contact, somebody who is a north-south runner, someone who, when he gets touched, he doesn't take and fall over. He has that background of a linebacker. His history is all defense, and somewhere sophomore, junior year, he makes the jump to take and become a running back, and he was an absolute beast. Now, Myles Gaskin is approximately 5'10", 194 pounds, shifty, but I don't see him on our team any longer, along with Jared Dokes and a few of the other guys. Now, we're going to talk about our running back room here in just a moment, but I'm going to make the argument right now for ZaQuandre White. He's a faster version of Myles Gaskin. He's a better blocker than Myles Gaskin. And then on top of that, dude is 215 pounds, 6'1". So he has the height and weight to be a very stable running back player in the room. Not to mention, you're in the room with other guys like, Chase Edmonds. You're also as well in a room with guys who are, Sony Michel. We got some really good players, Raheem Mostert and so forth, right? But I would like to see him. Now, I'm not saying ZaQuandre White is a running back one. I'm not saying that. And there's a possibility, if he doesn't make the final team, I still would like to see Myles Gaskin possibly as running back number 4. Because, again, Myles Gaskin, you can't deny, he has hands. He can play as a receiver potentially. And I'll say he's going to be a receiver, but he could catch balls in the backfield, right? But what I do like about this guy right here, it's fresh blood. It's somebody who is new. It's somebody who it takes 2-3 people to take and tackle him instead of one person, or they get a hand on him and then he takes and falls down, say like some of the guys that we've had in the past, right? So, and then I'll end the episode here. This is who we currently have right now in our running backs room. I'm going to post this on the screen. So currently right now we have Alec Ingold, John Lovett. Those are both fullbacks, and they're blocking. They could catch. They can run the ball a little bit. I believe Alec Ingold's coming off an injury, but he's a pretty solid player. And, hey, if it's 4th and 1, that's a good guy that you definitely want to give the ball to. And we have Raheem Mostert. He's going to make the team. Sony Michel, going to make the team. Chase Edmonds, going to make the team. Just that right there, if we're just talking about the halfback position, we have 3 already right now that are, and that doesn't include our fullbacks, right? So I don't see a world where we have a 4th, and I do see maybe Jared Dokes possibly on the practice squad. I could see a ZaQuandre White on the practice squad, or I can see a Myles Gaskin. But I think Myles Gaskin, with his skill set, there's a good chance he could possibly find another team. But if we do keep a 4th running back, like pure running back on there, I definitely would not mind to have a Myles Gaskin. Comment down below who you think our running backs are going to take and be. Let me know what your thoughts are on ZaQuandre White. But comment below, and I'll catch you guys next time.